The next question. My name is Muhammad Ihsan from Lucknow, India. My non-Muslim friend asked me, why is there Jannah and Jahannam in Islam? If Allah is merciful, then why does He punish people in hellfire for committing shirk? So basically, the brother asked two questions. Why is there Jannah and Jahannam? And the second question, that why does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punish people for committing shirk? The first question regarding Jannah and Jahannam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has created us human beings. He has given us human beings a free will. This life, it is a test for the hereafter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Mulk, chapter number 67, verse number 2, الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. It is Allah who has created death and life to test which of you are good in deeds. This life, it is a test for the hereafter. And based on our good deeds, based on our righteous deeds, we will enter into the gardens of paradise. There are various levels of Jannah. The highest, it is Jannatul Firdaus. And if we do bad deeds, we will go into hellfire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has given us a free will. So our reward, the reward for our good deeds, it is Jannah. And I would like to give you a simple example. A teacher conducts an examination. Certain students, they fail. Certain students, they get first marks. They get full marks. Now, can the teacher give all the students full marks or first marks? But naturally, no. Because the students who worked hard, they will say, why did I toil? Why did I put in so much effort? If I knew that I would get full marks, I wouldn't have worked hard. I wouldn't have put in so much effort. So even if the teacher wants to be merciful in this situation, the teacher has to be just. Similarly, if students appear for a medical examination, certain students, they fail. Certain students, they get high marks. Now, can the examiner, can the teacher give all the students high marks? But naturally, no. Those students who fail, they cannot be given high marks, because later on when they become a doctor, instead of saving human lives, they will take human lives. They will kill human beings. Similarly, an engineer. Students, they appear for an engineering degree. So certain students, they get high marks, certain students, they fail. Now, can the teacher give those students who have failed high marks? But naturally, no. Because later on, when they get the degree, instead of constructing buildings, they will end up destroying buildings. They will build buildings which will fall down. So when the students, they appear for the medical examination, they get the degree. This is their reward, that they will become a doctor. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, based on our deeds, this life, it is a test for the hereafter. If we do good deeds, if we do righteous deeds, we will enter into the gardens of paradise. If we do bad deeds, we will go into hellfire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is the most merciful. But at the same time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is just. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted, He could have admitted everyone into paradise. But where lies the test? Now coming to your second part of the question, wherein you said that why does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punish people for committing shirk? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Nisa chapter number 4 verse number 48 and Surah Nisa chapter number 4 verse number 116, Inna Allah la yaghfiru an yushraka bih wa yaghfiru ma duna dhalika liman yasha wa man yushrik billahi faqad iftara ithman azima. And another place, faqad dhalla dhalalan ba'ida. That if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He pleases, He may forgive any sin, but the sin of shirk, He will never forgive. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He pleases, He may forgive any sin, but the sin of shirk, He will never forgive. And He gives opportunity to human beings several times, not once, not twice, but several times in this life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is merciful, but at the same time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is just. And if the person, if he has committed shirk, before he dies, if he asks for true repentance, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will forgive him. I would like to give you an example. there is a person who robs, the policeman arrests this person. Now, can the policeman say that I am merciful, let the robber go scot-free? But naturally, no. The person has committed a wrong act. He needs to be punished for his wrong act. Similarly, if anyone does anything wrong, does bad deeds, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is merciful. But at the same time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has to be just with these people. I hope that answers your question.